Hello everyone and welcome back to I Love editorx. Today I want to show you how to create this effect when you hovering item. This is a repeater. When you hovering any item in the repeater, you get this hover interaction, which is actually really easy to do. Nothing too smart, but I guess it can help you. Alright, so this is the editor that this is the example I already created, but we will rebuild it from scratch. So I will create another page, and in this example we will use um, of course repeater, we will use hover interaction, and we will use database to show you how you can connect this repeater to any type of collection. So it's actually pretty useful. Alright, so first of all I will copy this first section because I don't want to create it, it's not about it. So I will paste it right here, and let's delete this extra section. I will create a new one below it, and I will change the page background to this kind of brown. Right. Okay, so we need a repeater. So I will go to the add panel and drag the repeater into my section, and as you can see, this is I have one item in the line. So I will change the layout of the repeater, the layout of the items to list, just like this. And just to be able to work, I will change the minimum height to 100 pixels. Second thing I will do, I will select the repeater and place it in the top left corner, like this, and set it to be 100%. And usually I always remove the minimum or the maximum that I have in pixels, because this can cause problem later, especially in mobile, that suddenly you have minimum of 300 pixels. So I prefer to remove it immediately. Alright, so I will create some padding to this section itself. Sorry about my voice, I'm not feeling the best. Alright, 6%, which is I don't know exactly, but in the big breakpoint it's okay. So let's do it 100, and I guess it's 5.2. Alright, so something like this in from two sides, and I need to make sure that I have same. You know what, let's go for 6 and that's it, because I can see in the example I created it's 6%. Right, so what kind of elements we need? We need a title, some of description, the price, and the image. So I like to create my elements not directly in the section that I'm designing. So I will create it outside the repeater, but because I don't, okay, let's do it. It's I need a text element, and I need a paragraph element, just like this. And let's see the design of it. So it's let's select it, and this font, and immediately I will add some dummy data here that will tell me, so I don't forget, what this is stand for. So usually I'm doing something like this. This should hold the product title. All right, this should hold the product title, and this should hold the, because I want to see some text, not just one line, so I will add in front of it product description. You can choose if to do it or not. You can also name your layers, which is even better, but let's do it like this for now. And this will be Avenir light with some bold. All right, and I will give this text element 50 pixels, and the paragraph will be let's say 18. Okay, just like this. And I will stack them together. Why? Because I don't want any situation that the paragraph is overlap this title, this description. So the best way to do it is to create some hierarchy between them, so they know about each other, and this way they will not overlap each other. And I will create this text element 100% inside the stack, and I don't like to use margin from top to bottom, so always from bottom to top. So I will add 10 pixels. Okay, something like this. Now I can drag this stack, the whole stack, into my repeater item like this, and I will align it. I will not drag it inside because, as you can see, it's look ugly right now, but I use here the positioning to make it be at the center of the item. I will remove them negative margins, and I will create 50 margin pixels from top and bottom, and it will be docked to the left side with no margin, something like this. All right, and now I need the price, right? This one, which is same as the title in terms of the design. So I can copy it and paste it right here, and I will change the alignment to the right side, and I will fix the margin, and same as the title, it should be docked to the top. Sorry, it should, yeah, it cannot be at the center. It should be just like the title, but the stack element is having you know what, let's do it like this. So 50 from, it will be docked to the top with 50 pixels margin, and this one will be the same, and I can make it something like this. Okay, usually I don't like to work with only percentage. I love to use grid because it's better structure in my opinion. So for this example, I will create a grid of we need three rows, columns, right? Because one for the text element, one for the price, and one for the image. So apply grid, 3 columns on one row, and apply. Right, so the text element, the stack will live in the first column. So go to grid area 1, 2, 2, and it will be 100% of this cell. And the second one, I will change this text to price, and as you can see, it's changing only on the first item because it's repeater, and you can change content but not design. So I will ignore it, uh, and this will be also 100%, but sorry, 100, but I will set this change. I will set this column to be max content, which means it will be exactly as the value here in the text. So if I will add more value, it will grow. But because we're talking about price, so I will consider something like this, $1,000. So it will look okay. All right. So again, this should be price, and let's continue. So this text element, it will be also max content, okay, but with some restriction. I will show you, because what happened when I set it to be max content, so you will see something weird. Okay, it's actually take this paragraph and stretch it like one line. All right, because this is the max width of this text element, so I can live with it, but it's too long, right? So I can add this stack element. It wants to be 100%, which each this size, but I will give him some max value so it cannot grow too much. So let's say 550 pixels, something like this. Maybe it's something like this, even 700, you know what. All right, so the second column right now is 1FR, which means it will take the rest. All the time it will take what is remain from this and this one. All right. You know what, when I'm thinking about it, maybe this should be in percentage. Maybe let's try to do it with percentage. Okay, let's make it 45%. All right. And something, if you remember that we have minimum height of this item 100 pixel. I don't really need it because the item, the container, I want the height of it will be same as the content. If the content grow, I want it to grow. If the content will reduce, I want it to be smaller. Okay, so I don't need it. And there is another place that I need to check, is the row height itself. So if I click on it, I can see a minimum height of 237 pixels, which is a lot, and I don't really need it. So I can make it like very small, and then you will see right now this the element that hold this container is this stack. But I don't know why the margin is gone, but let's add it again. And now everything is as it's supposed to be. All I'm missing is an image. So I right click on this container that I want to add an element and quick add image, and I will make it center. Okay, so I have images, right? So this is a tricky part, okay, because in our example you can see that the image is actually going outside the container, and the problem that it can cause, first of all, I need to change the perspective or the resolution. It should be something like this, and let me think. You see that they are in different sizes, basically because this is 1FR and the item itself is in percentage in this 1FR, but here the value is bigger, so the remain space for this column is smaller. So 23.2 is smaller here than here. So if I change it also to price, so it will be identical. All right, so the issue is that we need this image to be really big. Okay, so let's set something like 35%. even more, 50%, 60. Okay, let's say it's 60, but look what happened. The image actually make our, this should be docked to the top, 50-50. The image cause our item, our container to grow, which is not what we want. So there is a small trick that you can use, is given no docking, no docking into any position, but all you need to do is add negative margin in percentage from top and bottom. Okay, so let's see what happens if I will create minus 1%. Okay, let's do minus 10% from top and minus 10% from bottom. So you can see that the height of the item is getting smaller, but the image is always stay at same position, right? So just to be really sure, you can do something like this: minus 100% from top, minus 100% from bottom, and now you can see the height of the item is exactly same as the content, and it ignoring the image because the image is with negative margins. Alright, so let's see what happened when I shrink to see that everything is responsive. So it's actually look pretty much responsive, right? Awesome. So all I need to do, I want to remove this background, this ugly background, and I want to create some line at the bottom. Okay, so there is a two method to do it. You can actually drag a line, or you can do it with shadow. Okay, you can do like I select the item, the opacity color is 100, the blur will be 0, so we will get a solid color, as you can see right here. All right, and that's it. We have some margin between the item gaps, so I can remove it. I don't need it. See, because we use shadow, if I add background color, you can see that you don't see the lines, only the last one, because the shadow is actually outside the container. So if I will add a margin of 1 pixel, now you can see the shadow. Okay, so if you don't want to deal with it, so you can simply add line. I love to use shadow, but anyway, you can add line, stretch it to the whole cells, whole columns, 1 to 4, and dock it to the bottom, something like this. I just make sure this is 1 pixel and the right color. Alright, and it should be behind the image, so I will send it back. Alright, so let's publish it and see what we have so far. To see the specific page, I can go to SEO and click go to URL. Alright, so this is what we have, and it's pretty much responsive, not all the way, but you can see that it's pretty much responsive. Alright, except the line in tablet jumps. You can fix it. So before I will do everything that I need to do, I want to make sure that, wait, I missed some gap here. Let's make it like this, the padding. So I will quickly jump to tablet, and I can see the text is start look really ugly. So I will add some text scale to this title because it's pretty big. So I already play with it, so I know the sizing that I want to achieve, which is 50 to 20, because as I said, I already play with it, so I know exactly what I need to do. And I will do the same for this text element. Right, so right now it's behaved like more than it should be, and here in tablet I can tell this line. I cannot select it because it's behind everything, so I can right click just above it and select it from here, and again it should be docked to the bottom, or simply I can go to desktop and click I don't have it here, I don't know why, but anyway, again column 1 to 4. All right, and I can remove the big padding. I can do it like 3%. Wait, something happened here. The repeater is not, it came with its own margins, so I can, you know what, I can make it back 6%, and I can change this text to be 16. Right, something like this, and I can make it even 50%. This is tablet, and in mobile, well, in mobile I want to achieve some different layout. I want to make the image, you know what, let's do it with the suggestion. So let's do something like this. This is not what I want, but I want the image to be at the second. I don't need the third line, the third column. I can delete it. I need only 2. Right, so this price, I want it to live next to the product title, so it should be docked to the top. Let's add 30 pixels and row 1 to 2, and I will give it like 35 pixels, and this title should be 75 pixels, so there, no, sorry, 65, so they are just next to each other. But this is not good because they are too close, so I can give this one 60. You know what, the price should be smaller, 30 and 65. All right, and the image should be 100% and docking to the top, but in the second row, and I will add some margin, 30 pixels, and this tag element is had, well, oh, I need to check because I changed the layout, so as you can see I have minimum height here, so I can change it back to small, something like 20, and I will do it same for this one. So the image is in the second row, and the stack element in the first row, this price has 30 pixels margin from top. I need to do it for the stack element also, dock it to the top and 30 pixels, and I will add 30 pixels margin from bottom, so now the line is docking to the top and looks okay. And I will change the text scale for 20 pixels, maybe 28, and this will be also 28. All right, maybe a bit of more margin, something like this. Okay, so this is how they look like, and I can select the repeater itself and add some margin between the items. Let's say 30 pixels. All right, something like this. Maybe it's too much. Let's say 20. All right, so this is the layout that we have. Let's check it. All right, let's refresh. And this is desktop, this is tablet, and this is mobile. Actually, mobile, it's better to test like this. Right. So now what we need to do, we need to connect it um, to the right content. So I already created a collection with some information. It is like digital product. I have title, description, short description, long description, price, and image. And as you can see, I have already dynamic pages for these items. All right, so I can connect it actually the click event. So it will actually also direct us to the right page. So to connect this repeater to live info, to real information, I need to use dataset. So I can find it right here. You click add, and this is my dataset. I drag it right here and click settings. It should connect to the collection that I called items, and that's it basically. And I will connect the title to this dataset, and the value of this text will be the title. As you can see, the title of the product. Wait, what's happened? So as you can see, you already see live data, because this is one of the features that the dataset has. It shows you the live data from the collection inside the editor. So I will connect this price to the price, and this description to the short description, and this image I will connect to the image. And also I will connect the link of this image, that what's happened when you click on it, to the item title, to the right element. Alright, and I will add border to this image, 1 pixel black. Why? Just I can, because I can. Alright, so you can see that the image are not exactly the same, because the price is not exactly the same, the width, because here it's bigger than 79. Right, so there is a smaller space for the image. Okay, we don't care about it because it's pretty much the same. But if you want to avoid it, there is two options. The first option, if you want to make sure that all the images are identical, the first option is to change the relative the position of the image. Instead of it's on its own column, you can make it on everything. Okay, I mean, not on everything, on the, yeah, or everything. That's mean 1, 2, 4, and then you see it all identical. Okay, because all the items are identical, and then you can change it to 35, and I will keep the margin from left side to 15 pixels, something like this. Let's see if it's still responsive. Pretty much, I mean, almost. You know what, let's keep it this way, but I will make it a bit smaller, 32 pixels. All right, so let's see the final results, which will be a bit of a mess. Okay, you can see all the images. So the important thing is that we create the layout. Okay, we have all the information. The layout is pretty much responsive, as you can see. So all what is left is to create the interactions. Okay, and the interactions allow us to hide this image on the initial state. So we want to create the hover effect, like in this example, on the item, any place here. Okay, when you hover, you want to go this interaction. Okay, so let's do it. So this is why I select the item, and I will go to this interaction icon. I will click on it, and I can add hover interaction. So I click on it. There is some presets, but we want to create custom interaction. So as you click on it, you go to a special mode, the interaction mode, and you can see in the layers panel what element you can create the interaction on. All right, all the currently it's all the elements inside this item. All right, so first of all, we need this image to be hidden on the initial state, not on hover, right? Because on the hover we should see it. So here there is the states. Okay, so I will change it to initial, and I select the image from here or from the stage, and I will go to the opacity and set it to be 0. All right, so we don't see the image. The second thing I want to do, as you can see, it grows, right? So I will change it to scale, this is the initial, to 30%, right? So it's this small, and that's it for the initial. And now we will go to the hover, and the scale should be 100%, which is good. Sorry, the scale is going back to 100%, and the opacity is 200%. But in the example, you can see that we also add some rotation to the image, so I can select 3 degrees rotation, maybe 4. All right, so let's click done, and let's publish it. And let's go to the live site and refresh. So right now we don't need to see the image. As we can see, this is the situation. And when we hovering, so we get this interaction. Pretty easy, right? All right, but I think it's happening too fast, so I can change the duration. I can go back to I will select the item, go to custom interaction, and select the image, and I will change it to be 0.5. All right, but we also want to create this effect, okay, when the text is animated also. All right, so let's go to the editor, and I will select this title, and as you can see, the title is taking more time from the description, which gives us different feeling. So I want to push this title, let's say 40 pixels in the hover state to the right side, and it will take it also 1.5, and the description also 40 on the X scale, okay, on the axis, and it will take it like short time, 0.3. All right, so let's create done, publish it, and refresh, and we got it, right? Pretty easy. All right, so let's see how it behaves. Oh, and actually you can see that the image has link, and if I click this link, I go to the dynamic page, so it's actually working. So let's see how it looks on how it look on tablet and sorry, tablet and mobile. So this is tablet, it works for us, right? And this is mobile. So this is not good, right? Because we don't see the image, and the problem is that um, we don't have hover interaction. We only have tap in mobile, okay? But we don't want this behavior, right? It's not good because the user won't see the image. So we need to actually reset this animation in tablet and mobile. So I can go to the mobile and click on the item, select the item of the repeater, go to the custom interaction, and now I need to reset it. So I select the text element and I will remove the 40. As you can see, it's gone from here. I will select the title and remove the 40. And I select the image. I don't know why the text is not gone. But anyway, I select the image and remove the rotation and go to the initial state because we changed the initial state, and I will change it back to 100%. And that's it. And let's publish it again. And refresh the mobile version. Oh, I forgot to change the opacity of the image. So select the image, initial state. No, it's okay. Okay, I don't know. Okay, but done. Publish and refresh again, and we see everything. Okay, so it's worked perfectly, and we don't have any, and the image linked to the right element. Everything is work as expected. So that's it. It was, I think it's pretty easy to do. You should play with it, and actually you can create really beautiful stuff with this hover interaction. And basically you can connect this repeater to any type of database you had, even if you add store to your site or blog or booking or events or anything that you want, you can connect to this database and display content with very interesting way. And if you want to know how I create this noise effect, I will add a link to the video because I have a tutorial about it. So that's it. I hope this will help you a bit, and until next time, keep building amazing sites on editorx.